Alright, this time it's actually not a figure from K-On! However, it's still music related, because finally I've got myself a Figma of Miku Hatsune, and I chose the Cheerful Japan version because it has some nice extra accessories, and also for the reasons that newer Figma releases, even reissued figures, tend to have improved paint jobs or improved joints or whatever that I've noticed on some re-releases and stuff. So I figured it's only win in getting a newer edition, because basically this is the exact same Miku, just a re-release with new accessories and the like. Just like the live stage version that seemed to be identical too, just with the live stage bit and everything. So yeah, this is Figma Miku in her support version for Cheerful Japan, and the box looks very themed for that purpose, and it have the sticker here for Cheerful Japan, and it have those flower-ish textures on that side. On this side there's actually the first one I've seen without a picture of the figure, but artwork instead. But on the back there is the usual poses, and on top and bottom is the same artwork as on the side. Alright, here is Miku Hatsune in Figma form, and this figure I must say are really clean and nice. I can't find any painting mistake at all. It is both shiny parts and matte parts like skin and hair. It looks so clean and high quality when looking at it. I have been looking forward for Miku for quite some time, because Luca have been alone on the shelf, except for being my K-On! Figures singer. However, I got the K-On! Figures just recently too, so yeah, Luca have been alone. Back in the Luca review I said I hadn't listened much to now I said K-On! I mean Vocaloid songs. However, recently, or quite some time now, I've been listening pretty much to them, so I'm much more familiar with this stuff now. Right, on to the Miku Figma. The differences between the Cheerful Japan one and the regular one is probably only the new face and new accessories. And the new face is of course the one that's on right now. The overly happy and cheerful, joyful face. So let's take a closer look at the figure itself and its articulation. So even the skirt, which is soft, are still shiny, like Miku is supposed to be. And it's very nice and clean everything. Now the articulation on Miku are ball jointed neck, and the twin tails are also ball jointed. Well, it would be quite bad if they was not, because of the size of them, and to make dynamic poses you really need the posability. The shoulder joints are also ball jointed, as with most Figmas. The elbows are jointed. You can even swivel slightly like this as usual. Now to the difference that I was also after with buying a newer release of the Miku Figma like this one compared to other is the peg joint. Because Miku usually was released back as one of the first Figmas, and back then there was the one with the ball on, and they were much more prone to break. So this is one of the higher qualities I was after by buying a newer Miku. Of course, the legs are ball jointed, and the skirt's softness makes them less limited. There are of course knee joints and ball jointed feet as well. There is torso jointing, slightly like this. You can see the joint parts here. However, it's quite limited, very limited actually. Just like many of the older Figmas sadly suffer from limited articulation due to those kind of things. However, I rarely use torso joints too much, so it's not that big deal for me. So yeah, the figures also includes a Figma bag and a Figma stand. It also includes a set of hands, and it includes Miku's signature leaks, 2 of them, and there is parts to put together the microphone stand, and there's of course the microphone itself, and there's of course also 2 faces, the regular ones that came with the original Miku Figma. It's of course this neutral one that's still very cute, and it's also this happy one. One thing that got me shocked first, it felt so empty, was that the Miku Figma don't not have ears. I think Luca didn't either. I just can't remember me reacting like that over that. However, it's quite logical though, because you have those headphone things and the hair covers and everything, so she doesn't need it. So it's just felt weird because I'm not used to it. So yeah, there's also, as extra accessories now, this Cheerful Japan flag. And oops, she balanced pretty badly because the weight of the twin tails and stuff. And there's also 2 pom-poms, and they can be attached instead of hands with those pegs. And those are orange as a contrast, really bringing out the color and joy, so Miku can cheer for Japan. So yeah, it's a really nice Figma. I think this one should be a little bit improved since the first release. Reissues usually are, especially those released at this age. I mean, reissues just released a year after the first Figma might not be that much improved as this one that is a few years after the original Miku. And it's also nice with the extra accessories. It's a nice bonus on top of the usual accessories. Alright, here is Hatsune Miku post up, and I wanted, for the fun factor of using the leaks, I posted her up with both leaks and had the microphone on the stand like this. So whoever knows what she's singing, well, I don't know, something about leaks. Well, this figure was nice to pose up despite the limited torso jointing and stuff. And I really enjoyed this one. For all my love for Miku and her songs, this Figma really does her justice. I also attached the overly happy face as well. And of course I can't do without a little comparison with Luca. Luca is a lot taller, but I suppose that is correct though. Now these 2 Vocaloids, both Miku and Luca, are my 2 favorites. Both their voices and their songs and the character designs. However, fear not, I will get both Rin and Len in time as well. And I will of course also get Miku append. I'm not sure about the Figma Racing Miku, however, because it's really expensive now on eBay. However, I have pre-ordered the 1:8 scale version, so you will still see me review some Racing Miku. So all I can do is really recommending this Figma, and For both Miku fans and for Figma collectors alike, this is a great and nice looking figure. So until next time, take care and sayonara!